unforgettable runabouts, the brand is now flexing its muscles with electric ambitions and a revamped lineup. The star of this resurgence, the new AMG HS, a mid-size SUV that swapped its former May persona for something far more compelling. Think of it as the culinary equivalent of a neighborhood bistro that suddenly discovered truffle oil. Not quite Michelin star material, but serving up hearty portions of value with a side of unexpected flair. Gone are the days when the HS was merely the answer to a trivia question about affordable SUVs. This iteration struts into a crowded arena, squaring off against stalwarts like the Kia Sportage and Nissan Qashqai, while slyly undercutting them on price. It's not here to dethrone kings, it's here to court the pragmatists, the budget-conscious families who want space without the premium sticker shock. Step into the HS, and the first thing you'll notice is the airy, almost deceptive sense of roominess. For a vehicle priced toe-to-toe with compact hatchbacks, the rear seats are shockingly generous. A 6-footer could stretch out without knee-crunching compromises. The 507-liter boot, spacious enough to swallow a stroller, a week's groceries, and that inexplicable collection of soccer gear that seems to multiply in every family car. But peer closer, and the cracks in the facade emerge. The cabin's dual 12.3-inch screens, arranged to mimic a single panoramic display, sound impressive on paper. In reality, they're marooned in a sea of plasticky trim, their thick bezels and pixelated graphics screaming budget department store TV rather than cutting-edge tech. The infotainment system, while leagues ahead of its predecessor, still feels like navigating a smartphone designed by someone who's only heard rumors about user-friendliness. Physical buttons, they're practically an endangered species here, leaving you to jab at touch-sensitive controls like a confused tourist at a foreign ATM. Under the hood, the HS plays a clever game of contrasts. The standard 1.5-liter petrol engine is fine, adequate, the automotive equivalent of plain oatmeal, reliable if uninspiring. But the real head-turner is the plug-in hybrid PHEV, a powertrain that feels like AMG cracked open the future and borrowed a page. With up to 75 miles of electric range, it's a silent ninja for school runs and grocery dashes, sipping electrons instead of guzzling fuel. For corporate warriors, it's a fiscal no-brainer. That 5% benefit-in-kind tax rate is basically a corporate accountant's love letter compared to the Kia Sportage PHEV, which demands nearly double the big contribution. The HS Hybrid isn't just competitive, it's a stealth wealth hack. On the road, the HS reveals its split personality. Around town, the PHEV glides with the serene confidence of a full EV, its electric motor hushed as a library whisper. The petrol variants, less so. The manual gearbox has the tactile feedback of a rubber spatula, while the automatic occasionally jerks like a sleep-deprived barista handling the morning rush. But hit the motorway and the HS finds its groove. Whine noise, a distant murmur. Engine drone, barely a hum. It's here, cruising at 70 miles per hour, that the HS feels most at home, a composed, quiet cocoon that belies its budget roots. The suspension, tuned for comfort, soaks up bumps with the diligence of a hotel mattress, though sharper potholes can send a jolt through the cabin like an unexpected plot twist. But take it on a twisty back road and the illusion frays. The steering is a tragicomedy of errors. Centered, it's heavy, as if the wheel's been dipped in molasses. Turn it, though, and it lightens abruptly, like a soap bubble escaping a child's wand. Body roll, let's just say cornering at speed feels less like driving and more like chaperoning a tipsy friend at a salsa club. Enthusiasts craving engagement should look elsewhere. This is a SUV that prioritizes school zones over switchbacks. Inside, the HS oscillates between thoughtful and half-baked. Front seats offer decent support, though taller drivers might mourn the lack of thigh extension. The rear, a revelation. Legroom rivals a limo, and the flat floor means middle seat passengers aren't sentenced to the dreaded knee summit. Storage, however, is an afterthought. Door pockets barely fit a water bottle, and the center console's a black hole for loose change. Yet, small delights abound. USB ports for rear passengers, bless you, AMG, a 360-degree camera that renders the car semi-transparent, Witchcraft, but useful, and a rear armrest that's actually wide enough for 2 elbows. When it comes to efficiency, the HS PHEV is the clear MVP. Real-world electric range hovers near 60 miles, enough for most daily grind, while the petrol version's 44 miles per gallon is respectable, if unremarkable. But for company car users, the math is irresistible. The hybrid's tax savings could fund a decent espresso habit, while the petrol's higher Core 2 emissions feel almost quaint in 2024. So, who's the HS for? It's the SUV equivalent of a reliable colleague who shows up early, nails the presentation, but forgets to iron their shirt. Flaws? Sure. The infotainment's clunky, the steering's wonky, and the interior materials won't shame a BMW anytime soon. But for families craving space without splurging, tech without complexity, and hybrid efficiency without the premium markup, the HS is a compelling proposition. It's not perfect, but perfection is overrated and overpriced. In a world where value often means cutting corners, the HS threads the needle, competent, roomy, and just charismatic enough to make you overlook its rough edges. After all, in the school pickup line, no one's judging your car's lap times. They're just jealous of your legroom.